Now we shall take up a set of articles which deals with the targeting of Kashmiri students in the aftermath of the Pulwama terror attacks. We have an article on page 1 which says that the Supreme Court has decided to accept a petition to protect Kashmiris from such acts of mob violence. It has been reported from various parts of the country that Kashmiris in particular have been subjected to public harassment and mob violence in the aftermath of the Pulwama suicide bombing, and the petitioner has requested the Supreme Court to ensure that the government will take steps to prevent such threats, assaults, violent attacks, social boycotts and other coercive acts against the Kashmiris. In the last few days, it has been reported that Kashmiri students, especially who are studying in Uttarakhand colleges, have been evicted from college campuses and hostels, and such incidents of mob violence had resulted in social and communal tensions in various parts of the country. And such acts of mob violence goes against the spirit of the Indian Constitution, because the targeting of any particular community on the grounds of religion, place of origin, ethnicity and race is clearly prohibited under the Indian Constitution, and it is the responsibility of the state to ensure the protection of minority groups from such acts of targeted violence. And these incidents would play into the hands of terror outfits which are trying to achieve social and communal divide in the country. And we have another article on page 1 which deals with the same topic. Mr. Naresh Gujral, who is a senior MP from the Shiromani Akali Dal, has requested the President of India to take strict action against the Governor of Meghalaya. Because the Governor of Meghalaya, Mr. Tatagatta Roy, had tweeted in the aftermath of the Pulwama terror attacks, and he had openly called for a boycott of Kashmiris and Kashmiri businesses across the country. So due to these unfortunate remarks made by the Governor of Meghalaya, the opposition parties have been demanding his resignation, and even the allies of the NDA government have called for action against the Governor of Meghalaya. Because the Governor of a state is holding a constitutional office, and hence he has a constitutional responsibility to uphold the secular and democratic ethos of the Indian Constitution. And Mr. Naresh Gujral makes a very interesting comparison over here. He says that the ongoing acts of hate violence against Kashmiris is quite similar to the discrimination which was faced by the Sikh community in the 1980s. He says that when the Khalistan movement was raging in Punjab in the 1980s, even the Sikh community across the country was discriminated and it was targeted with hate violence. And such acts of violence and discrimination, which is targeted against an entire community, will further create a divide, and it will have the potential to alienate the entire community. And we also have an editorial on page